There has been a massive influx of outdoor griddles to the market in the past few years, and it's time to put them to the test to figure out which one is right for your backyard. We'll test high heat searing ability, low level heat for more delicate foods, how easy they are to clean, how they perform in the wind, if they heat evenly across the cooking surface, and a whole lot more. I'm David Gafford, and this is the Barbecue Lab. Melissa and I believe the backyard is a sacred space where memories are made, stories are shared, and people come together around food and fire. We're here to help you create those moments by testing the best gear, sharing proven recipes, and showing you how to own your backyard. The Blackstone 36-inch griddle air fryer combo has a mild steel griddle top that measures 35 3/4 inches wide by 21 1/2 inches deep. It offers 15,000 BTUs per burner for a total of 60,000 BTUs and is available in propane only. It has an interaction height of 37 inches, requires AC power in order to operate the air fryers, and is priced at $9.99. The Stove Steelfire has a stainless steel griddle top that measures 30 3/4 inches wide by 20 3/4 inches deep. Each burner has 12,000 BTUs of power for a total of 24,000 BTUs and is available in propane only. It has an interaction height of 35 1/2 inches, does not require AC power to operate, and is priced at $11.99 with the optional rolling stand. The Napoleon Rogue Pro Phantom has a stainless steel griddle top that measures 27 1/2 inches wide by 17 1/2 inches deep. It has 4 burners that each offer 8,400 BTUs for a total of 33,600 BTUs and is available in both propane and natural gas. It has an interaction height of 38 inches, does not require AC power, and is priced at $8.99. The Weber Slate 30-inch has a rust-resistant carbon steel cooktop that measures 30 1/4 inches wide by 18 1/4 inches deep. Each burner has 12,000 BTUs of power for a total of 36,000 BTUs and is available in both propane and natural gas. It has an interaction height of 36 1/2 inches, does not require AC power, and is priced at $8.49. The Pit Boss Deluxe 5-burner griddle has a steel top that measures 37 inches wide by 20 1/4 inches deep. Each burner has 12,400 BTUs of power for a total of 62,000 BTUs and is available in propane gas only. It has an interaction height of 34 1/2 inches, does not require AC power, and is priced at $549. The Chef Gridiron Pro has a cold-rolled steel top that measures 36 inches wide by 21 1/2 inches deep. If you don't count the grease channel, since it's not really usable cooking space, the depth is 17 1/2 inches. Each burner has 12,000 BTUs of power for a total of 48,000 BTUs, and a natural gas conversion kit is available for this unit. It has an interaction height of 35 1/2 inches, does not require AC power, and is priced at $999. The Traeger Flatrock has a carbon steel top that measures 33 inches wide by 18 1/4 inches deep. Each burner has a little over 15,000 BTUs of power for a total of 47,000 BTUs and is available in propane gas only. It has an interaction height of 37 1/2 inches, does require AC power, and is priced at $9.99. The Grilla Primate has a cold-rolled steel top that measures 31 1/2 inches wide by 16 inches deep. Each burner has 15,000 BTUs of power for a total of 60,000 BTUs and is available in propane or natural gas. It has an interaction height of 36 1/2 inches, does not require AC power, and is priced at $14.99. To understand the low heat control on these griddles, we're placing the new weighted surface griddle probe from ThermalWorks on each griddle and graphing the temperature on low. We'll ignite all of the burners on each griddle, turn them as low as they'll go, and set a timer for 15 minutes. The griddle with the lowest temperature was the Chef Gridiron with a low of 323 degrees. The second lowest after 15 minutes was the Solo Stove with 349 degrees, and in third place is the Traeger coming in at 357 degrees. The griddle with the highest low temperature was the Blackstone with a low of 450 degrees, over 120 degrees hotter than the winner in this category. Here are the graphs of the temperatures for each griddle going from cold to low for 15 minutes with all burners ignited. To understand the top level heat for each griddle, we started from a cold griddle and cranked all of the burners up as high as they would go and set a timer for 15 minutes. The hottest griddle was the Weber, which topped 708 degrees Fahrenheit at the 15-minute mark. The Blackstone came in second with a top heat of 654 degrees, and the Primate comes in third with a high of 646 degrees. The griddle with the lowest high heat was the Camp Chef Gridiron with a high of 526 degrees. Here's a graph of how each griddle fared during the high heat test, showing starting temperature all the way to the highest heat at the 15-minute mark. We created a free downloadable PDF of all the data, graphs, and charts from this testing, and you can get it in the description down below if you'd like to dive deeper into the data to help you find the right griddle for you. At the end of the high-end heat test, we wanted to see how hot the side shelves on each griddle got when it was set to high. The griddle with the lowest temperature shelves was the Solo Stove, coming in at 117 degrees when measured at the closest lip to the griddle surface. The second lowest was the Weber, which measured 139 degrees, and the Traeger comes in third with 177 degree temps measured on the side shelf. The griddle with the highest temps on the shelves were the Blackstone at 226 and the Primate, which measured 233 Fahrenheit. There were 3 griddles that all measured over 200 degrees, so if you decide to go with these models, I'd keep your bottles of barbecue rub away from the inside lip of each shelf, or they could easily melt through the plastic. To test the quality of the sear that each of these griddles can give us, we ran a smash burger test. Each griddle was set to 500 degrees as measured by the Pro Surface Thermopin, and we let the burgers go for 90 seconds on the first side with a healthy dose of our essential equation, salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. At the flip, here's how the sear looked on the Blackstone, Steelfire, Rogue Pro, and Slate. And here's how the sear looked on the Deluxe 4-burner, Gridiron Pro, Flatrock, and Primate. We rated the sear, and first place goes to the Steelfire with the hardest sear of the group, followed by the Primate and then the Slate for third place. At the bottom of the ranking, we find the Sear on the Pit Boss earning it 7th place, with the Gridiron rounding out the testing batch in 8th place. I wanted to break in here and let you know about a sale we're running on our seasonings and merch at thebarbecuelab.com. You can grab a bottle of our Pork Protocol, Feathered Formula, regular, or the hot version, or our Essential Equation SPG seasoning for just $9.95. And if you order $75 or more, shipping is free to the continental United States. We also have Richardson trucker hats and zip-up hoodies on sale, so put the Barbecue Lab on your Christmas list, and any orders that come in between now and Cyber Monday will be eligible to win one of 2 RFX Meat 2-probe kits from ThermalWorks. 2 winners will be chosen at random on December 2nd, and all you have to do is place an order at shop.thebarbecuelab.com before the end of Cyber Monday to be eligible. Also, the first 10 orders will also get a free silicone turner, brush, or spatula from ThermalWorks, and those are available only to the first 10 orders. The link is in the description, and I want to thank all of you who are supporting our small business this holiday season, and to ThermalWorks for making this possible. Capacity isn't exactly a fair fight, since not all of these griddles have the same width or depth, or are even the same shape. It's still a major consideration in my opinion, so here's the capacity visualized in pancakes. To make it fair, we use the exact same 4-inch pancakes on every grill to maintain size consistency. The griddle with the most cooking space is a tie, with the Blackstone and the Pit Boss taking first place with 40 pancakes. The Gridiron Pro comes in third with 32 pancakes. The Steelfire's round design hampers it in this category, giving it a 7th place finish, and the Napoleon comes in 8th place with a 24 pancake capacity. What the above numbers don't take into consideration, though, is the grease drain in some cases. Griddles like the Weber Slate and the Traeger Flatrock lose multiple pancakes due to the placement of the grease drain, while the Blackstone and the Gridiron Pro have grease solutions that don't affect the capacity. There's a load of images and data for this section in the PDF download if you want to go deeper. I know that not all griddles are created equal, and cooking evenness can tell you a lot about each flat top. We ran the bread test where we heated the griddle up to 350 degrees, placed the bread across the griddle, and let it go for 5 minutes. At the flip, here's how the toast looked on the Gridiron Pro, Weber Slate, Blackstone, and the Grilla Primate. And here's how it looked on the Traeger Flatrock, Pit Boss, Steelfire, and the Napoleon. The Flatrock takes first place with the most even result, followed by the Primate in second place and the Slate in third. The Blackstone rounds out the end in 7th place, and the Napoleon takes 8th. Whenever I use a griddle, it's often while there's a wind blowing outside. So to test wind performance with each griddle, we set a fan blowing on high 20 inches from the griddle surface, leveled with the center of the fan at cooking level. We measured the wind speed between 7.5 to 8 miles per hour for this test. Each griddle was set to high for 10 minutes, and at the 10-minute mark, we took temperature readings starting 2 inches away from the edge of the griddle. Measurements were taken at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 inches, the very middle of the griddle, and the far edge using the ThermoWorks weighted griddle thermometer. The next day, we ran the same test without the fan and logged those numbers as well and charted the difference the fan made to the griddle performance. First place goes to the Traeger Flatrock with an average difference of 71 degrees when the wind was blowing. Second place goes to the Grilla Primate with a 74-degree difference, and third place to the Solo Stove Steelfire with a 75-degree difference. 7th place goes to the Weber Slate with a 170-degree difference from the wind, and 8th place goes to the Pit Boss with 199 degrees of difference when wind was a part of the cook. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want more videos like this. I find there's rarely enough storage space on a griddle side shelf, so let's compare how much real estate they're giving us for trays of food and ingredients. The largest side shelves were found on the Pit Boss with 409 square inches, but Weber has an extendable side shelf that adds a third shelf to the mix, putting the Weber Slate in first place with 533 square inches. The Pit Boss follows with 409 square inches, and the Traeger in third with 358 square inches. The Steelfire comes in 7th with 243 square inches, and the Primate comes in last place with just 228 square inches. Cleaning the griddle is something you get to do every time you use it, and some are much easier than others. The Solo Stove is the easiest to clean since the griddle lifts out easily, is relatively lightweight, and you can use soap to get it looking factory clean. In second place, it's the Napoleon, which can also be lifted off and taken to the sink to clean, but it's heavier than the Solo Stove. The Grilla Primate comes in third since it can be lifted off, is quite heavy but manageable, but isn't as easy to clean as stainless. The rest of the grouping largely needs to stay in place to clean, and the use of water as a cleaning agent can invite rust, so plan on seasoning the metal cooktop each time you use it to keep it in good shape. So, with all of this testing, who is the winner? According to our tests, the griddle with the best average score across all tests was the Solo Stove Steelfire with an average position of 3.3. Second place goes to the Weber Slate with an average of 3.4, and third place goes to the Traeger Flatrock with a score of 3.7. It was a pretty close race, and those numbers give you a picture of the best griddle based on the tests from this video, but there's so much more to consider. For example, the Blackstone has 3 air fryers. The Weber has incredible storage, and the Pit Boss is half the price of many others included here. If I were to take into account all of our experience with these griddles during our multiple months of testing, here's how I see the best griddles of 2025. If there's one griddle we pull out and cook on more than any other, it has to be the Solo Stove Steelfire. It's great at searing, it's easy to clean. We just take the top into the kitchen and give it a good scrub down with soap and water. It's also light to move around on the cart. I think the Steelfire is the best all-around griddle in this roundup because the stainless steel top is a game changer in a largely cold-rolled steel griddle market. I'd love to see the cart get an upgrade in its next iteration, but you can just buy the griddle and set it on a table and skip the cart and save about $300. If there's one griddle that I'd recommend for the best bang for the buck, it has to be the Grilla Primate. It's a full griddle and a full gas grill in the same box, and depending on the sale they have going, it can also be one of the least expensive. We built in 2 Primates in the outdoor kitchen build at our church, and the guys and I are constantly changing them out between grill and griddle, and it's a multitasking machine. The Primate is the way I'd go if I only wanted one grill-griddle combo on the deck, and the price right now is very hard to beat when compared to the others in the roundup for a true multitasker. If I just wanted a single cooking appliance on the deck and it was going to be a griddle, I'd go with the Weber Slate. It has shelves galore, so there's always a place to put your tray or cooking utensils. There's also a bunch of storage underneath on the cart, and with only one cooking appliance in the yard, I'd want a place to store things. It also comes pre-seasoned, so it resists rust pretty well for being a non-stainless steel griddle. The Slate, in my mind, is a griddle-only outdoor kitchen on wheels for those who just have space for one appliance. If you want to see all of the testing results and all of the data, graphs, and the charts, check out the links in the description where you can download the PDF of all of the testing goodness from this video. If you want the best price on a griddle, I'll put those links down in the description as well. You can say thanks to us for making this video by using our links if and when you buy. If we know of a code or a discount from a manufacturer, we'll put those in the description as well. And there are some great discounts down there for you. I'm David from the Barbecue Lab. On the couch designing the PDF you're going to want to download is my beautiful wife, Melissa. Thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.